Alexiz Molina from MyTV53 here at the 559 fights with Yusuf Zalal. Yusuf, what brings you to the 559 fights?
Oh man, so this is my first time in Fresno.
How their offense is going to uphold, how their run game is going to uphold against that, and just the fact that not only do they have the run game at Roosevelt, but they have receivers and they have a good quarterback.
Right.
So if that run game's on point, it's just going to open up the field for their
throwing, for the arm,
yes,
for
exactly.
the arm.
Like you read my mind, because that's the next question I was going to ask. Tell me about the atmosphere and the fighters you've seen so far. What do you like about it?
Oh, it's awesome.
I think my coach in high school taught me was that the best player is the one that's the first one in the gym and the last one out. He takes the bus to go early to the gym. He's always the last one to leave, though. There was even times where he had to walk home from the gym.
Wow.
Because he stayed there so late.
Yeah, I mean, that's dedication.
One more. Are we going to see Yusuf back here at the 559 fight?
Oh, 100%. I heard he got pro fights finally. So I get to support. I got to come watch some pro fights.
Maybe we can get you on commentary there for a little bit.
I don't think you want my
Now, your passion takes a lot of heart, dedication, blood, sweat, and tears. Why football? RN and a psych nurse.
Wow.
So his main thing that he wanted me to go ahead and mention while he's walking out is mental health. Mental health for fighters, because you might be strong physically, but you have to make sure your mental health is just as strong as your physical health, because it's just as important. Look at Roosevelt, who their head coach is alignment. He's alignment on defense and offense. He knows the ins and outs and what it takes and how important that line is. So that's what he preaches so much to his team, and I feel like it's going to be a wake-up call for the Wildcats, and I'm excited to see how they react to it. Now, the first half was a little bit close, but your team came back out and had a 37-point win. What did you tell them during the halftime? Attacking, and that, you know, they're going to come in and they're going to come in strong, and that's exactly what they did right from the jump. Now, it's that transition defense that we've been talking about, not getting back. You're leaving your goalie out there by himself. Now, how has the process been? You're playing with guys that you probably played against during your high school career. What was it like practicing with them and playing with them tonight? Clovis East head coach and former Fresno State women's basketball coach Adrian Wiggins. Now, Coach, you're back at the St. Mark Center. What's that feeling like for you?
Oh, it's fun. You know, I was really happy for the players. And all the teams, you know, it's a great experience. It's a really beautiful building. We had a lot of good times here, so it's always good to come back and kind of just, you know, reminisce.
Who's your MVPs for county? Now, boys, I want to know. So, throughout the whole game today, what was your most memorable moment? There's a lot of talk that you're one of the most improved basketball players in California. What went on behind the scenes to get you there?
I feel like just as growing up as an underclassman, I watched the leaders in front of me, and then along with putting in work and being disciplined over the summer, helped a lot.
Especially going against Sunnyside, who the last time we've seen them on MyTV53 had so many flags.
A ton of flags.
Probably would have let the game slip away from them against McLean had McLean not had just the same amount of flags. You know what I mean? So if Roosevelt's able to stay disciplined compared to Sunnyside, we're going to see a tough game.
Tough game, a real close game, and I think...
Alexiz Molina here with Hanford West player Jaden Hare. Now, you averaged 22.9 points last year, 16 rebounds. What did you work on during the summer? 15-7 against the home side. They had possession 57% of the time. But Tunde Yesufu, it's your second time here at the heart of California. How does it feel to be back?
I think it's pretty exciting, you know, kind of let my name out there last year and then come back, you know, trying to show out and show, you know, what is new about me.
Now, last year you had 40 points, 12 rebounds, and 3 blocks. What can we expect from you tonight? You made my high school experience. I just want to start off by saying thank you so much. The amount that you've put into the leadership program and just making all the games and events, the lunch, everything fun for the students is great. So go ahead and tell me a little bit of the behind the scenes, what goes into that whole leadership program. Good one. I like the energy that Abraham came out with. He told me that his last fight, he felt like, you know, he could have been landing heavier shots and he didn't have to waste as much time for submissions. And seeing him now, he's doing what he said he messed up in his last fight. And I love the growth. I love seeing how fighters are able to learn and just get better. The motivation that he gives these players during half times or before games is great, and you need that coach that has their own confidence, because that instills the confidence within their players. And I feel like that's what he's trying to do this season, and it's great because he's coming with a whole fresh team. And all of these players need to believe in the coach. They need to have that belief that, hey, he's going to do what needs to be done. We need to play as a team because he's not playing no games.
No,
if
he is
you're
not.
playing as an individual out there, you're going to individually be sitting on the bench because he's taking you out.
You know,
The way he mentally prepares for every fight is through a lot of prayer. And, you know, usually we get the guys that, you know, show right then and there in the cage, okay, I'm going to pray. You guys are going to know this. But Roman doesn't do that. He comes out very confident, but he says he likes to do that all behind the scenes.
Awesome.
Yeah, well, Ramirez is tall and lengthy, and Tyler knows that. So he thinks that it's going to be a war, but he feels that he is more technical everywhere compared to Ramirez. Welcome back to 559 Fights here on MyTV53 for Fight 104. You know, I don't know if you're here in the beginning of the broadcast, but it is our 1 year of doing 559 Fights here on MyTV53. And I would just like to give a special thank you to all the viewers that have been watching us throughout these months. We greatly appreciate your support. Well, Stephanie actually got to bring it back to one of my favorite things. I asked her, how did you start off getting into MMA? She's like, I actually started as a basketball player. If you've been watching MyTV53, you know I'm a big basketball fan. So I asked her, what was that transition like from basketball to MMA? She said she was always an aggressive player, and she was always that person that was in someone's ear, somewhat like a Draymond Green type of player, you know, the one that's ready to scrap it out if he needs to, and the one that's going to get you all the time, get in your head. Yeah, he's definitely well polished. He's calm. He's lengthy, and he uses that length to his advantage all the time. It's just a lot that I like from him, and I can't wait to see how he furthers his career.
Absolutely.
She has a full-time job, and she has another job on the weekends, so she's working a lot. Every time she gets the opportunity, she's over there training. She's in the gym. And that's one thing I really like, because a lot of these amateur fighters, they have lives, they have jobs, you know, they have to keep the bills paid.
Yeah.
So it just shows her determination and her dedication to the sport, and I really love that.
And if she
I figured out the one reason why he fights and why he does what he does. He actually lost his mother and posted on social media that he's dedicating this fight to her.
Wow.
And I heard that he's a very strong boxer, so I'm ready to see that from him. He knows he's getting an opponent that he has nothing to go off of. So what he was planning on doing is going on the first round, getting a feel for him, making adjustments in that second round. So if you're Francisco, what adjustments are you making?